What's going on, everyone? I am extremely excited about today's video. We are diving into the brand new Kylo Ren, and we are trying to one-shot people. Okay, we've got 2 units in the deck, and we're going to talk about what's going on here with Kylo Green. It is an absolute blast. Definitely not like a competitive list or anything like that. It is definitely a one-trick game plan, and hopefully we can get there. A big thank you to my patrons over on Patreon. Guys, I am headed to the Galactic Championship. For those of you that want to check out the tournament and, say hi to me, or if you're already going, definitely welcome to. I am planning a little bit of a patron meet and see what we can do with that. So if you're interested in any of that, check out the Patreon down below. Let's dive into Kylo Green today. What are we doing here? What does Kylo do in the first place? Okay, so he's this leader, Vigilance Villainy, deploys for 7 as a 5/5 Sentinel. He has this action, discard a card from your hand. If you discard an upgrade this way, draw a card. So the basic idea is we can discard any upgrade, not just the upgrades we're going to be playing on Kylo, but any upgrade to kind of filter through our hand and get to the cards that we need. Perfect, right? Okay, what happens when we deploy? Well, when we deploy him, we can play any amount of upgrades from our discard pile while paying the costs on Kylo when he deploys. So for example, let's say he deploys on 7 and I have a bolstered endurance, a devotion, a Kylo's Ren lightsaber, and an electro staff. Well, then he deploys 5/5 Sentinel, becomes a 6/6 with devotion, becomes a 8/8 with the electro staff, becomes then a 9/11 with the lightsaber, and then a 10/16 with the bolstered endurance with restore 2, the effect from electro staff, and can't be exhausted, right? That's a pretty massive leader. So the idea here is we're not actually deploying on 7 resources. We are deploying far later in the game, like 16, 17, 18 resources, and we are going to be just loading up Kylo Ren with all manner of different upgrades. So the game plan here is we only have 2 units, Super Laser Technician to ramp, and Dr. Pershing. Dr. Pershing's nice because in the early game, we definitely like to have as many cards as possible because we are going to be just removing every single one of our opponent's units. Our entire game plan is to rely on Kylo Ren. We have 0 units that can win the game, unless you think Super Laser Technician can get there in terms of just attacking over and over again, right? So we deploy Kylo Ren, and we just try to win with him. We've got Merciless Contest, Power of the Dark Side, Perilous Position, Fell the Dragon, Takedown, Vigilance, No Glory, Vanquish, Rival's Fall, and Super Laser Blast to knock out my opponent's units. We got Resupply, Super Laser Technician to ramp. We also have Price on Your Head. This is a nice turn 1 play. It's also to upgrade, so we can just discard it when it's bad to get to new upgrades. In terms of actual upgrades we're going to be playing on Kylo Ren, Bolstered Endurance. This is probably one of the best ones because it's so cheap, right? So when it comes down, +1, +3 in terms of stats is really, really nice. We have the Devotions to get a little bit of restore if that's a way that we are potentially able to lose the game. It's going to be nice to stack up a couple of Devotions and start to restore a lot. Electro Staff, this is really nice. If my opponent has a ton of units, can really shrink down their ability to kill off Kylo Ren. Should that be a problem? Kylo Ren's lightsaber, obviously don't want to get Kylo exhausted. Legal Authority, this can basically capture anything when Kylo Ren comes down, so that's pretty nice. We also have Constructed Lightsaber, the most aggressive of any of our upgrades, +4, +3 for Kylo Ren. We also have Shattered Intentions, just a single copy. This is really important because in some decks, they may be playing Vigilance Villainy, and a single Power of the Dark Side would kill us. Like, that would literally win the game for them because we have no way of winning the game besides Kylo Ren. So 100% necessary to have Shadowed Intentions, at least 1 copy, to go ahead and put on Kylo Ren so he doesn't die to Rivals Falls or Power of the Dark Side. Snapshot Reflexes, another one. Both these, remember, we have to pay the aspect penalty for, so just 1 of each. But Snapshot Reflexes, another one that can just come in and get an immediate attack in with Kylo. We also have Grievous's Wheel Bike. This is a nice one to just get a lot of stats on and overwhelm. And then Craving Power. This comes down +2/+2 and then kills off a unit. It can be really nice to deal with some more space units. And as I said, removal, upgrades. We're going to try to win with Kylo Ren. It's going to be a lot of remove a unit, remove a unit, remove a unit. Okay, play Kylo Ren and win the game. Some decks, it's going to be disgusting, right? Like you fight against, let's say, like, I don't know, Sabine Green or whatever, and unless they have like Podammer and ECL immediately to deal with Kylo Ren with some of the upgrades, like defeat an upgrade or whatever, it's going to be really impossible. Or if, let's say, you play against all manner of decks, like just in general, like cunning heroism decks that have aggression, they have no way to really deal with Kylo Ren as soon as you Kylo Ren's lightsaber, because you can't exhaust him. So you just start piling upgrades on him, and it is just impossible to get through. So with that said, let's dive into some games, guys. Into our very first game, and we have a pretty reasonable hand. I am happy to keep this hand. I will go ahead and resource probably the Electro Staff and Devotion. Although we want upgrades, again, Bolstered Endurance is such a cheap upgrade that I almost always want to be discarding that. It's just been so impressive. Here, we're just going to go ahead and rummage away the Bolstered Endurance. Hopefully I draw a 2-drop. Didn't. Again, we don't really care about not picking up 2-drops. Price on your head is the draw here. I think what I'll do is actually probably resource the price on your head. Actually, you know what? I'll resource the resupply because we have a bunch of removal here, and then we'll discard that to maybe try to find some better cards here. Okay, let's go ahead and Merciless Contest away their unit. They're going to resupply. We're going to rummage. Got to fell the dragon. Take down. No glory. Pass. Legal Authority is the card. We've got a Vanquish. I do like Vanquish over probably fell the dragon here. One of the things is we don't have Power of the Dark Side to deal with Rose, so that's going to be something to consider. Again, we literally just could not care less about anything that my opponent's doing for the most part. Vigilance, pretty nice one here. We'll see if they have a 3-drop to follow up after Luke Skywalker. They've got a Hera. Okay, we'll just go ahead and take down the Luke. They're going to go ahead and deploy Rose probably. Claim initiative. Would love to have a Power of the Dark Side, but we didn't quite get one. That's okay. We could find ourselves up against a Rival's Fall. So that is something to be concerned about. Got a no glory only result. I'd rather have no glory over Vanquish. We'll just resource the Vanquish. And here, I'm just going to go ahead and use the full might of my resources. So I'm going to go no glory away. Merciless Contest and no glory is basically very similar in terms of how much value it can generate for us. Ooh, another Bolstered Endurance. That's actually really good for us. They're going to claim initiative. They got nothing else to do, huh? Okay, really nice for us. My opponent isn't doing anything. We'll see if they have things like Vigilance. Honestly, if they mill us, I'm totally happy with that. Okay, let's go ahead and rummage away the Bolstered Endurance. By the way, when I say rummage, for anyone that's curious, I am referring to the Kylo Ren ability to go ahead and discard a card from our hand and draw a card. Craving Power, another no glory, Perilous Position. I'm actually going to discard the Perilous Position. Still 0 Power of the Dark Sides, despite how many cards we've drawn, right? We've gone through 21 cards of our deck and 0 Power of the Dark Side, so kind of crazy there. But all we're doing is just discarding cards. My opponent might be waiting for like a Rival's Fall on Kylo Ren. Here's the question. Do I risk it? Deploy Kylo Ren with all these different things? Or, ooh, there's a home one. Super Laser Blast is definitely something that we would be looking for. Let's go ahead and no glory away the home one. Again, Super Laser Blast is really something that I want to see. No Super Laser Blast, no Power of the Dark Sides. So a little bit unlucky in terms of what we've been drawing, but that's totally fine. We're still in this. We are not under so much pressure that we're forced to go ahead and deploy into the Rose Tico and Echo Base. But the U-Wing reinforcements and home ones, those are what's concerning, right? Those are the cards that are a little bit concerning. And we can gum up the ground completely. But I am a little bit worried about Rival's Fall, right? Those are the cards I'm really worried about. Super Laser Blast is something that we really need to find quickly, because the amount of cards they're going to grab here is probably going to be a little bit dangerous. Triple Space Unit, like I mentioned, very bad for us. But Super Laser Blast solves everything. Anytime we draw a Super Laser Blast, it's going to be totally fine. Trying to play 3 units here. Let's go ahead and discard. We got a price on your head. Sure, we'll price on your head the Concord Dawn, I suppose. Pass. Super Laser Technician. I'll go ahead and resource that. Again, not a single copy of the Super Laser Blast or Power of the Dark Sides. So it's getting a little bit worrisome here. We're getting to the stage of the game where we're probably just going to lose if we don't find one soon. Let's go ahead and rummage away this. Dr. Pershing. Okay. I might just play out Dr. Pershing here. We are taking a lot of damage. A lot of damage. So very, very concerning here. There's Luke Skywalker. Okay, let's go ahead and just take down that. They can put Luke on the ground arena. Let's go with Dr. Pershing. Again, we can block ground units. Ground units totally fine. Space units are the things that we need to worry about. Super Laser Blast would literally just probably win us the game here. Still need to find it, though. That's the key. We need to find Super Laser Blast. There's a takedown. So they got takedown for Dr. Pershing. Wow, still no Super Laser Blast, huh? I will discard a card here, and hopefully we hit it, but I'm running out of options. I think I'll have to deploy KYLO Ren here. And if they have a Rival's Fall, the game pretty much ends. So we're going to risk it. We're going to risk it. It's going to be pretty fun to see. But we got no other options at this point. All right, let's go ahead and deploy KYLO. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. That's going to give him a massive unit. We're going to go Legal Authority and Craving Power. And then that's it. So we're going to grab the Concord Dawn. We're going to kill the Restored Arc. It's a 10-18. Do they have a Rival's Fall? If they have a Rival's Fall, the game is over. Like, we literally just have to concede because we have no other way to win the game. So Rival's Fall wins the game. Still, we've dug through more than half of our deck and not a single Power of the Dark Side or Super Laser Blast. This is definitely one of the more unlucky situations that we found ourselves in. And they got a Rival's Fall. GG. Like I said, that's it. That's it. If we had Super Laser Blast, we could wait for the Shadowed Intentions. But we didn't have a Super Laser Blast or Power of the Dark Side. If we had a Power of the Dark Side for Rose at some point, we would have been able to stall longer, but we didn't. And my opponent just happened to draw one of their few copies of Rival's Fall, and that's it. Hey, guys, like I said, that's what we're doing here. That is literally what we're doing. We need to draw the cards that we need to draw, otherwise it's game over. Okay, into the next matchup, we've got ourselves a match up against Admiral Akbar Green. So definitely a fun one. I don't know how this is going to go. We're going to go price on your head on the favorable delegate here. Not that it's going to be all that great, because I don't think we're going to have a lot of great ways to actually... Oh, I meant to discard the Legal Authority. That was a mistake. Whoops. That was my intention to go ahead and discard that Legal Authority. But as I was saying, I don't think it's going to be that great because we're not going to have a lot of ways to remove it, I think, for a little while. But we'll see what my opponent decides to start doing. This is one of those situations where we definitely are going to need a Super Laser Blast. Fortunately, we already have one in hand. So any way we can get to Super Laser Blast quicker is definitely going to be where we're wanting to go. Super Laser Blast into probably just, you know, the finishing of the game, realistically. Let's go ahead and resource probably Power of the Dark Side in this spot. It's probably not going to be all that great. Sure. Yeah, you can go ahead and take out capture the Sanctioner shuttle. That's fine. I think what we're going to do is just go ahead and get that Super Laser Technician back. Remember, we're just trying to ramp here. If they keep creating units, that's actually totally fine for us. Electro Staff, probably not going to be all that relevant. My opponent's not going to have a ton of ways to actually deal with what we've got going on. Okay, let's go ahead and just smack into the favorable delegate. We can Super Laser Blast next turn, which is going to be pretty nice. Yep, keep creating units. Keep on doing it. Don't want to know glory only results my opponent's favorable delegate because it's going to make me discard a card. So quite unlucky there. Let's see what my opponent's going to do. They could probably just attack with the X-Wing and then keep going. Like, they're going to create a big board, but we have Super Laser Blast, so I'm not really worried about that at all. Man, if we had discarded the Illegal Authority here on turn 1 instead of what's going on now, we would have been in a much better spot. They're claiming initiative without spending their resources. Like, I think that's really bad for them, actually, but it's okay for us. Totally okay with that. We can vanquish out that favorable delegate. Let's go with Dr. Pershing here. I mean, they're deploying everything into Super Laser Blast, so like this is going to be probably a relatively easy game here. What are you going to do, opponent? Sanctioner shuttle. Oh, this is even better. They saved my Dr. Pershing from the death that they're about to feel here in just a moment. Play another unit, please. Please play another unit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I want to see. Easy super laser blast. Easy super laser blast. Very good spot for us now. Any space unit they play, we could go capture. Let's go ahead and discard the devotion. They're gonna pass. We've got Power of the Dark Side, really nice. I do like that. Let's go play a Dr. Pershing. Hopefully they play a ground unit so that we can steal this and make, yep, perfect. Perfect. Everything is working out exactly how I wanted it to. Let's go no glory only results. Put that, force them to choose bottom or top for that. And then we just power the dark side away the Kelleran back. Put it on bottom. Reason why we didn't choose Kelleran back is because, well, we don't want them to replay that, right? Let's resource the price on your head. We can draw a card with Dr. Pershing here. Ooh, timely reinforcements, huh? Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's draw a card here. Fell the dragon, huh? Timely reinforcements is pretty sick. They're going to pass here. What do I want to do? I think what I want to do is deploy KYLO, and we'll grab his lightsaber, devotion, legal authority, and I suppose we will grab the constructed lightsaber. Capture one of the X-Wings. Can't exhaust. Remember, we have the Kylo Ren's lightsaber, so they're obviously trying to play around that, but can't actually exhaust it because of Kylo Ren's lightsaber. Very, very critical for the Akbar matchup, of course. The Fell the Dragons aren't really doing a whole lot. Kind of a weak situation for us to be in. Like, I would love to see... Ooh, there's a home one, huh? Home one. Grab a Sundari Peacekeeper. Let's go ahead and draw a card here. Ooh, Perilous Position is pretty good. Let's go Perilous Position on X-Wing. Let's go ahead and attack into base for 11 here. Let's go Vanquish on the home one. And I mean, we have Sentinel on the ground, right? I mean, they can exhaust their units. But that's not actually going to do a whole lot. Ooh, Snapshot Reflexes is actually pretty good here. Snapshot Reflexes in for... Remember, this is 11 damage right now. So we go Snapshot Reflexes in for 12. We are doing it, guys. We are doing it. We're doing it. I don't know if my opponent has any outs to this. We're fighting a lot of, you know, these decks that have like so much go wide potential. Realistically, Rose Tico with U-Wing reinforcements and home ones, and then with Admiral Akbar here, Kelleran Beck's U-Wing reinforcements, home ones. Those are the types of decks that get a little bit scary for us because we have to, you know, keep up with all the units they're playing. But we had a Super Laser Blast, which was really, really crucial. They could have a Sentinel here, but that's okay because we just kill their Sentinel, right? Oh, they're undoing their action. What are they going to grab instead? Remember, we have a bunch of removal in hand, so whatever they play, we probably could just remove it. And we're pretty guaranteed to kill them next turn because we have 12 damage on attacks here. With Constructed Lightsaber, we got Raid 2. Coruscant Guard, sure. I mean, you can ambush us, but that's fine. Again, they can't do anything with Leia. Let's go Rivals Fall on the Echo base. And now, I mean, we just take initiative. They claim initiative. We'll pass. Double vigilance, very, very solid draws. This is a hilarious game, guys. This is a hilarious game. Let's see what they've got. I don't know what they could play here. Caloran back, sure. They're trying over there. They're trying to defeat this KYLO. Home 1, bring back Echo Base. Yep, and we've got Vigilance, defeat, heal. GG. I mean, we have a million different removal events. Like, all of our deck is removal, so having a removal for their Sentinel is not very surprising. Opponent, they got 0 resources. I don't know how they ever do anything here. GG to my opponent. Smack in for 12. That's it. And that's how you win with KYLO Red, guys. That's how you win. Lots of removal and smack it with KYLO. That's about it. Next game up against Avar Blue, which is going to be pretty interesting. I'm going to resource this. I want to keep the price on your head typically, but I have Dr. Pershing, so I think I'm going to resource it actually. Let's get rid of the takedown here. I'm going to go Dr. Pershing turn 1 because I really... Ooh, Lothwolf is perfect. Love, love, love seeing Lothwolf. Not going to attack with it. Let's go ahead and rummage away this Electro Staff pass. Ooh, okay, Sea Blazer Blast, also pretty good. I'm going to resource one of these legal authorities. And hopefully they don't have a way to remove the Dr. Pershing, because I am... Ooh, and that's a 1-powered attacker. That's exactly where we want to be. That's exactly where we want to be. Draw a card. We can power the Dark Side away, but I don't even think I care about either one of these units. Like, both of them mean nothing to me. The Lothwolf can't attack. The Concord Dawn's hitting for 1. So I think what we'll do is we'll just really go on the ramp plan. Devotion doesn't look that great here, so we'll just go ahead and resource it. Restored Arc, also, again, not scary at all. We got Electro Staff in the discard pile. We're going to go get rid of this Bolstered Endurance. Got a Snapshot Reflexes now. I mean, we have a million cards in hand. This game is going fantastically. Yeah, Calm the Storm does absolutely nothing here because we are not caring about the Lothwolf. Again, does not matter to us whatsoever. Triple no glory only results, huh? I think the Snapshot Reflex is going to be pretty bad in this matchup, so I'm just going to go ahead and resource it. I can Vigilance away their Restored Arc. Looks like they've got a Yaddle here. We're going to go ahead and draw another card. We can rummage away the Electro Staff. There's another Dr. Pershing. I mean, honestly, there's like... I don't even care about anything that's going on right now. Like, I really just don't care. I'm just going to claim initiative. They can use the Force. But I mean, what do you... Look at my hand. What even is this? Like, it's crazy. Let's draw a card here. Eathkoth, huh? All right, let's rummage away the Devotion. Let's go ahead and actually no glory the Eathkoth so they can't ramp with it. And then we will just claim initiative. I mean, we are going to drop a massive KYLO Ren here in a moment. Okay, Merciless Contest, probably pretty good. I will resource the Dr. Pershing. I don't think we care about that at this point. Let's go ahead and discard away this KYLO Ren's Lightsaber. Are they going to attack Pershing? I think you don't care about Pershing. Wow, that's actually surprising. All right, we'll pass. They can attack, and then we'll see what they do. Pass. Pass. Again, I don't care about... If they do nothing, totally fine. I literally couldn't care less. Don't care. Go ahead and rummage away the Craving Power. Let's go Super Laser Blast. We have another Super Laser Blast, so nothing that they did mattered. The Lothwolf plus the Calm the Storm does absolutely nothing. We're just going to claim initiative here. We're going to no glory away that Eathkoth so they can't ramp. Fell the Dragon actually looks pretty good potentially. Perilous Position, pretty weak. Yeah, let's just go ahead and no glory away that that Eathkoth. I'm a little bit worried about Rivals Fall, so I do want to stall out the game a little bit. Do want to stall out the game a little bit. They have probably a lot of removal to try to get to their flip, which does literally nothing against us. Remember, we are playing no units, so very, very good stuff. Okay, Yoda comes down, huh? Yoda meets a Merciless Contest, so we'll just go ahead and rummage away a Shadowed Intentions. We'll go Merciless Contest here. And, oh, they're going to deploy Avar into us, huh? Okay. Okay. Let's go resource one of these Fell the Dragons. Let's go ahead and power the dark side. Away the Avar. And I do like Super Laser Technician, because that does mean that we will... Ooh, I mean, I can No Glory the Yoda and draw a card. Yeah, let's No Glory the Yoda. Draw a card. And let's just power the dark side away. Pass. Guys, I love this deck. I love killing things and then just like doing nothing the whole game and then winning with KYLO. It just makes me happy. You know, it just makes me happy. It just makes me happy. Anakin coming down. You got it. You got it, opponent. You got it. Can't do anything, so we'll just go ahead and rummage away the bolstered endurance here. Okay, we will, I guess Merciless Contest will resupply and Super Laser Technician. I don't care about, all right, I don't mind just putting all my resources into ramping. There's a Gunji. We will rummage away the Constructed Lightsaber. We can now Vigilance away the Gunji with an attack here. So let's go Vigilance, heal, defeat, takedown. They can draw an extra card. We will pass. I'm only playing this because I think they have a Rivals Fall, so I need a lot more resources to be able to do what I want to do. But we're getting close to being forced to deploy because we are running out of cards in deck. We have 16 cards in deck. Right now we can go, let's go Shadow Intentions because we have to. We have 11 resources left. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can do a lot of things so far, but I still would prefer to get a little bit more resources if I can. Okay, they have done what they've done. Let's go Vanquish, pass. I mean, we may just win the game because we were able to remove everything, which is less exciting, okay? But we're not going to win that way, okay? We're not going to win. Just don't concede, opponent. Just don't concede, okay? Home one. Here it comes. Here it comes. There we go. That's a banger. They can grab really a lot of different cards. I mean, they can grab Anakin. They can grab Eat Koth if they wanted to. They can grab, not quite Yoda. They got a lot of things though. I mean, they got a lot of opportunity. I mean, we have 17 resources. Super Laser Blast. Boom. I'm surprised they didn't grab something bigger than Yoda. I wonder if they just didn't realize that they could grab something bigger than Yoda. I mean, at this rate, we are just going to win by milling them out. We'll pass. Constructed Lightsaber, not too bad at all. Discard Yule Constructed Lightsaber. Play out a Super Laser Technician. Rivals Fall, the Obi-Wan, pass. Okay, now we're at the point where next turn with the Super Laser Technician, we are just going to go for it. There's a home one. We are just going to go for it. We'll see what my opponent grabs here, but we may go for it this turn, actually. Because we are going to play Shadowed Intentions guaranteed. I'm a little bit worried about the Rivals Fall, right? So we're going to rummage away the Electro Staff. We're going to grab Craving Power. Because we have a Craving Power. We also have Legal Authority. This is an 8-drop though, right? Legal authority. It's less power, so we actually should be able to just be totally fine here with legal authority. Any ground units, don't care about. So we're going to claim initiative. Or they're going to claim initiative. We're going to go bolstered endurance, bolstered endurance. We're going to grab shadowed intentions. We're going to grab devotion, devotion, Kylo Ren's lightsaber. We're going to grab constructed lightsaber, electro staff, legal authority. Capture the home one. Attack. Pass. Guys, I just it's too funny. It's too funny. I love it every single dang time. Yeah, let's go. Let's go discard cards, give a shield token. I mean, what can they do? What can they do? Boom, hit them for 14. The Luke doesn't even do enough. I mean, look at that, Luke. Yeah, it's crazy. Get in for 17 or 19 rather. Let's go bolstered endurance on the KYLO. And I mean, now it's too funny, guys. I just the game look, okay, that game was long, sure, but my opponent played more time than I did, okay, by a good amount. Like, I mean, look at how many upgrades are on this guy, and we played a Shadowed Intentions. If we had not played Shadowed Intentions, we could have grabbed like more electro staff, a constructed lightsaber, but we had to play Shadowed Intentions for Rivals Fall. Otherwise, we might have ran out of the same thing that Rose did to us, which was sad, very sad face, you know. All right, into the next matchup, and I'll admit, guys, this is going to be an interesting one, no doubt. I'm going to resource the Super Laser Blast actually here. In this matchup, I would be very surprised. Ooh, we can go with rummaging away the bolstered endurance. As I say, I'd be very surprised if my opponent isn't loaded up with removal in Iden ECL. Now, one thing with this is we need Shadowed Intentions. Like, we literally just can't play the game unless we have Shadowed Intentions. There is nothing that we can do. So, goal today, get Shadowed Intentions. That's the goal. They're going to claim initiative. We're going to play Dr. Pershing. We're going to pass. Resupply, Super Laser Technician, great cards. Love them both. Hopefully this Pershing survives. I doubt it will. I think my opponent's just going to go ahead. Oh, it will. Oh, yay. Yes. So excited. Okay. Super Laser Technician down. We avoid the power of the dark side. Great. Snapshot reflexes. Don't care about that in this matchup. Owen Lars. Not really going to do a whole lot in general, so don't really care about that either. But Lieutenant Shieldson. Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and draw a card with Pershing. And then they're going to deploy Iden, huh? Wow. Okay. Let's get rid of the Electro Staff. I'm a little bit surprised with how this is going, to be honest. Let's go with no glory here. And let's attack Owen. And I'm assuming they're going to just knock out my Super Laser Technician here. But that's okay. I don't really care about that. I really don't care about the Super Laser Technician. Obviously, it's literally just a Super Laser Technician. Drawing a couple extra cards, though, with Dr. Pershing. I mean, we basically drew 2 with Dr. Pershing at the cost of 1 card in hand, so that's really, really nice. Attack Super Laser? No, okay. Well, we'll grab our free resource then. What do we put in there? Takedown. Takedown would have been funny against Iden. We've got an Anakin, huh? They may try to no glory the Super Laser Technician if they happen to have it. They're passing, huh? Let's rummage away the bolstered endurance. Let's play Dr. Pershing. I think they're trying to play around the the KYLO deploy. But I don't care about KYLO deploy right now. There's Anakin. Comes down. Can go ahead and get rid of that Super Laser Technician. Claim initiative. Okay, Craving Power. Not horrible here. Let's go ahead and draw a card. Love drawing cards in this matchup. Let's go. Probably just rummage away. Super Laser Blast is actually something that I am looking for now. Let's go with Resupply. And I mean, now we have Merciless Contest plus Power. Let's go Merciless Contest. And again, we need Shadow Detentions to deploy KYLO. So this is going to be the long game, right? Oh, please, mill. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Yes, mill us, please. You've only made us stronger. Mill us more. Oh, man, I love it. I love it. That's funny. They're passing. We'll just claim initiative. Whoops, I actually should have played or I should have rummaged away the card in my hand to look for the Shadowed Intentions. We'll just claim initiative. Again, Vanquish resource. They're not going to be doing anything, it looks like, this game. I'm looking for Shadowed Intentions. It's literally the only card I'm looking for at this point. Price on your head. It's a little bit risky to go price on your head, actually, because we could end up with price on your head or Shadowed Intentions into our resource pile, which is not what we want. But again, oh, there it is. Okay, so we are safe now. It is going to be in the discard pile. Great. I'm not going to show it yet. Long Pike. Sure. We can just no glory, only results. They're passing, claim initiative. I think they're thinking that, like, hey, if I just pass the whole game, they can't win, right? But that's their mistake. That is their mistake, because we will be able to win. We can win. Okay, they're going to pass, claim. They don't even know. They don't even know. They don't even know. Vigilance, mill us more, mill us more. Yeah, get us, get us, get us. Okay, let's claim initiative. Okay, let's resource that. Get the Shadowed Intentions in the discard pile. And their whole game plan. Okay, what could happen here? I mean, they could have a bunch of ambushers, right? Or ways to defeat upgrades. If they have ways to defeat upgrades, obviously, I mean, we lose, right? But there's nothing else we can do about that. So let's go. Boom, boom, boom. Grab that, grab this and that, and pass. Do you have a way to defeat upgrades, guys? If you do, we will concede. Good game. If you don't, well played. What do you got, opponent? Did they just concede? I don't know. Doesn't work. Does not work. Yep, they had ECL Vader, obviously. We knew they had ECL Vader. Claim initiative, pass. Can't defeat it by capture, defeat it, or return to its owners by enemy card abilities. Boom. They didn't think we had the Shadowed Intentions. Like I said, milling only made us stronger. Knock that guy out. Devastator hit it for 14. Boom. GG. Oh, come on, guys. It feels good to hit another control deck back, you know? I did great. I did ECL. Like, come on, guys. It feels good to just... Oh, it's so fun. I swear, after these games, everyone's going to be running around with like a one of confiscate in their deck just because of KYLO Ren. It's just going to happen, okay? This is not going to work for very long. Just note that, okay? Reasonable hand here, but not against Vader. Fell the Dragon can be pretty bad in general, and the Merciless Contest is going to be pretty bad as well. This is a much better hand. The double ramp is going to get us to Super Laser Blast, which is what I want. I'm going to resource this Ren's Lightsaber and probably the Vigilance because I want to be able to start discarding on turn 1. And Ren's Lightsaber, most of them is going to get resourced anyways because I want one for sure, but I also don't really care about them all that much because I'm going to get one no matter what over the course of a game. All right. Double Super Laser Blast. Do like that. Don't really care for the power of the dark side in this matchup. No turn 1 play from Vader is kind of crazy. Guys. They're gonna go Victor Leader here. We are going to just rummage away this this devotion. Let's go Super Laser Technician, pass, resupply. I do like that, but I think I'm gonna go price on your head this turn, and then take down the next turn. So I do like that even more. See what my opponent's going to do. What did I just resource? The resupply, that's right. Just a devotion to bolster endurance. So we got some time here. Okay, so they're gonna have a crack shot V-Wing. I was like, why is it a 3/3? That's kind of crazy, huh? Price in your head over on the Victor Leader. Ooh, Disabling Fang Fighter. Now that is a card that we have to be scared about. Another price on your head over on the Victor Leader. Disabling Fang Fighter, pretty good against us, so we do have to be worried about something like that causing a pretty big problem for us down the line here. Get a TIE Fighter. Gonna get rid of that Victor Leader here, which is gonna be pretty nice. We've got the No Glory, which I don't really care about, to be honest. Dr. Pershing's great to get this Super Laser Technician down and out of here. Let's go take down on the Victor Leader. I hope they can get rid of this Super Laser Technician. Otherwise, I'm just kind of twiddling my thumbs for a while here. Let's go ahead and get an attack in. I mean, they're going to get some major damage in here. Okay, things like attack run do not matter at all to me. They're going to get Vader down soon, probably. And this Super Laser Blast might be getting to the point where it's a little bit late. But we'll see. Again, Vanquish is a great draw, but Super Laser Blast is really what I'm relying on, right? Super Laser Blast. Okay, so they're just gonna deploy Vader and then go to town, right? They're just gonna get a bunch of damage here, and we're just gonna hope that the Super Laser Blast gets us to the winning position here. They have bravado. GG. Well played to my opponent. The Disabling Fang Fighter actually won them the game because they were able to go ahead and what's it called? They were able to go ahead and defeat the price on your head. So them having Disabling Fang Fighter is too good. And we'll rematch them. Why not? Okay, into the next game. I'm just going to resource the upgrades, to be honest. If they have Disabling Fang Fighter, it's going to be way too bad for us to actually go for any sort of nonsense that involves Disabling Fang Fighter. Super Laser Blast would have been amazing, but we were just not quite there in terms of being able to get to that point. Wingman Victor 2, great start for them. Would love to see Perilous Position is great. That is exactly what I wanted to see, actually. Perilous Position away the First Order TIE Fighter. I could have actually not claimed initiative and just vanquished out the small unit. That would have given me another opportunity to kind of stall out the game. But I didn't think they had bravado, honestly. Bravado was pretty good there. Go ahead and claim initiative here. Super Laser Blast, exactly what I want to see. Very, very aggressive of my opponent. Fell the Dragon pretty bad in this matchup. And we are just trying to get to Super Laser Blast as fast as possible. Okay, there's another Super Laser Blast. Sure. Let's go ahead and rummage away the bolstered endurance. Vigilance can actually do some work here. Let's go resupply. And what are they going to do? Oh, they're going to go Wingman Victor 3 on that. Sure. Create another TIE Fighter. Yep. Another Dr. Pershing, going to resource that one. Let's go ahead and draw a card here. See what we draw. Okay, Super Laser Technician is going to get us to the the Super Laser Blast next turn, which is what I'm going to play around. Let's rummage away the Wheel Bike. Merciless Contest away the Super Laser. And what did they just do? Oh, they got rid of a unit. Clone Combat Squadron. Sick. Power of the Dark Side's great. Do we have a Kylo Ren's lightsaber in there? We don't. So I think I'm going to get rid of the Merciless Contest here. And obviously we just go Super Laser Blast, right? Obviously this is like Super Laser Blast. Easy peasy. We have another one to back it up, which is really nice. That's where Dr. Pershing really comes into play. Super Laser Blast, got rid of all the units. Let's see what my opponent's got. See what they got. Gonna deploy Vader, sure. Discard a Ren's lightsaber, claim initiative. And then we will resource the lightsaber. Power of the Dark Side away this Darth Vader. Boom, Power of the Dark Side. And now it's going to be pretty tough for them. Let's go ahead and rummage away the legal authority. Vanquish away that guy. Pass. And I think that at this point, the game is pretty much over. I don't really see my opponent being able to come back in this game. Ooh, Ruthless Raider is actually a way they can. So I take it back. Definitely need to be worried about that one. Let's go. I think we just have to Super Laser Blast. I guess I shouldn't have resourced the Rival's Fall, huh? What do I want to do here? I mean, I could legal authority here. Yeah, you know what? Let's deploy Ren. And let's go 1, 2, 3. Ren's lightsaber, devotion, legal authority. Pass. Attack for 10. Boom. All right. What do you have, opponent? Can you deal with this Kylo Ren? It's a 10-20. That's not something you hear every day. Super Laser Blast, pretty bad at this point. Attack for 10. And I mean, we have lethal next turn. So Bravado, we'll just vanquish it away just for fun. Just for fun. Opponent definitely had the big board, but we had the Kylo Ren. And that's going to be a GG. So took out the first game. That Disabling Fang Fighter absolutely crushed us, by the way. Disabling Fang Fighter, like, completely ruined our day. Completely ruined our day. And if we didn't have that Fang Fighter come down, we would have won, right? Because we would have been able to Super Laser Blast the following turn. Because we would have double ramped off of that double on the Victor leader. So very, very close game, that first game. And, well, good game to my opponent on this one. Into our next game. We got ourselves a pretty good hand. I'm going to resource some of the removal here because we got some ramp. I'm going to start with the discard of Devotion up against Rose Yellow. Lots of roses today, huh? Double rose today. A little bit nervous about the Rivals Fall. I'm having flashbacks of that Rose Tico just Rivals falling us. Cunning is obviously something that could be a little bit more tricky as well, especially if, ooh, they've got a Fireball, huh? Well, price on your head on the Fireball is quite good. Shadowed Intentions. So we just drew it. Do I want to keep it is the question. I think I should. There may be a time where we just have to deploy everything and we can't wait for Shadowed Intentions. But, oh, they're going to go with the Han Solo, huh? I mean, they can absolutely do that. They are 100% okay with doing that. We're just going to Merciless Contest, though. Perilous Position into the resource pile. We got a Dr. Pershing. I actually really do like that, so happy about that one. Fellow Dragon, going to be pretty good, but I'm going to resource it because I want to go Pershing plus Super Laser Technician on this turn. Super Laser Technician, Pershing, pass. Resupply, also pretty good. But I think I'll resource it here. What does my opponent have? Do they have a way to kill Pershing? They're going to page Tico, huh? Well, I suppose we will just Power the Dark Side away that. If we draw a resupply here or Super Laser, I would love to be able to play it with the Dr. Pershing. Let us draw a card here. Ooh, we did draw a resupply. Fantastic. That was awesome. Pass. Okay. Grievous's Wheel Bike. Fell the Dragon. Fell the Dragon looking pretty bad here, actually. I thought it was going to be a little bit better, but my opponent isn't really playing anything that's going to be affecting us. I mean, how many times have we ramped? We've resupplied, super lasered, price on your head. So triple ramp here. That's pretty awesome. Let's go no glory. I mean, they are trying to pilot up some stuff, but not exactly the game plan. Oh, they're going to... I mean, sure. Let's go power to the dark side. Yeah, my opponent definitely not in that great of a position here. We're going to keep resourcing. I mean, no matter what they say here, we just discard it and then play the super laser technician out, right? Because we are just going to play our cards. A little bit worried about Rivals Fall. They named Avenger, huh? Yeah, I don't have an Avenger in the deck, so that's totally fine. Let's go super laser technician. Ooh, Cartel Turncoat is great for us. Love seeing another way to draw a card. Bolstered Endurance, Craving Power. I think I'm going to resource the Craving Power, actually. I just want as many resources as possible. As many resources as possible. Let's go ahead and draw a card here off Dr. Pershing. Discard the Bolstered Endurance. Another Super Laser Technician. Let's go with that. I mean, we do have to find something quickly at this point. Ooh, Vigilance is a nice draw. Legal Authority is a pretty good draw as well. Let's go with... Let's first just draw a card and see if we get a Super Laser Blast. Okay, no Super Laser Blast. That's okay. They can exhaust a resource of us, by the way. Let's go Vigilance, heal, defeat the Cartel Turncoat. Discard the Legal Authority. Ooh, we can take down something now. Let's go ahead and just take down the Sabine's Masterpiece here. Get another resource off Kira. Very, very sick stuff from our opponent. I don't think that they have Rivals Fall in their deck, but I don't know for sure. We are going to have to take that risk because we are running out of time. So let's go with Bolstered Endurance. Bolstered Endurance, always great to grab those two. We're going to grab Devotion, Electrostaff. I suppose I could grab Shadowed Intentions regardless. I thought I had a Craving Power in our resource, but we don't actually. Let's. I don't think we could afford the Shadowed Intentions. Let's go Legal Authority here. Grievous's Wheel Bike, pass, and we'll just capture that. And hopefully they don't have a way to pump up the the Millennium Falcon. It's 6 power. We got there, guys. Nice. Nice. That's pretty good. Wait. How did they win? Oh, no, they gave the experience with Paige Tico. Oh, I did the math wrong. GG to my opponent. Oh, my gosh. If we had the Craving Power in our resource pile, we would have won, by the way. Or our discard pile, we would have won. No Super Laser Blast. We did through 36 cards. That's what would have gotten us out of there. I thought we were in perfect position. I was like, oh yeah, we could just ramp away because we'll draw something to deal with it. But they had a lot of immediate damage, and they were just drawing. They didn't even care about my cards. We had a great start, but definitely a little bit careless on my part. I think I probably could have deployed KYLO Ren a little bit earlier, but I really wanted to make sure they didn't have Rivals Fall. Again, if they have Rivals Fall, we lose the game. So we got to play around that a little bit, but I just didn't know what my opponent was really doing. Obviously doing pilots and space units, but I should have deployed KYLO Ren just a little bit earlier. And what I also should have done is early on, instead of going with all this and resourcing the Craving Power, I should have discarded the Craving Power to knock out the other space unit. Because if instead of this Wheel Bike, if I had played instead of let's say Electrostaff and Wheel Bike, I just played the Craving Power, I would have knocked out both units and we would have been totally fine. And we would have won, right? But, can't win them all, guys. Can't win them all. All right, guys, what did we learn with KYLO Green? Well, obviously, this is a little bit of a meme deck. I don't think this is a solid game plan. As soon as you hit, best of threes, sideboarding, and people are bringing in confiscates and things like that, the deck really starts to fall apart, especially against the control matchups. Honestly, actually, though, even with Upgrade Hate, up against decks that don't have hard removal, it's still pretty good even after sideboarding. Yes, they can defeat your random upgrades, but if you're able to just remove everything, get to the late game, if you're not up against like a vigilance deck, like if they don't have vigilance in their card pool, you probably will win. And that's the key. Can you get there or not? So if I was able to know what my opponents were playing, and if they were playing vigilance, like let's say that Rose Tiku that we just fought, if I had known they were very low to the ground from the start, and if I know for sure, because I still don't know if they have Rivals Fall in their deck or not, you know, a bunch of people randomly put Rivals Fall in. If I knew that they didn't have it, I would have deployed KYLO Ren probably just on 7 resources, right? And then just immediately loaded up with a bunch of upgrades. And then any upgrade I draw, you could still just play on KYLO Ren, right? Another note, if you're fighting up against Aiden, for example, like earlier, and we were just passing turns back and forth because like, I don't even know what my opponent's doing, but I got ECL Vader, how do I lose? Well, wait for that Shadowed Intentions, drop it on KYLO, and the game is over, really, for them. So that's one thing to think about. The sideboard, then they bring in, you know, they confiscate your Shadowed Intentions, and then you're probably in a losing position. Of course, you can always put in more Shadowed Intentions into your deck on sideboarding too, so that's something to consider. But as I said, very much a one-trick, fun little deck to play, just for the sake of it, right? Just for the sake of, I want to drop a bunch of upgrades on KYLO and try to one-shot people. We didn't get to one-shot someone here, but I did play a bunch of games before this, and I've modified the list as I've been playing around with it. This list is much lower on the power scale in terms of like how much power you can actually put on KYLO Ren. But if you're up against other decks, especially the 25 HP bases, I have one-shot people before, you know, getting a couple constructed lightsabers on them, getting a Grievous's wheel bike on them, getting like a bunch of electro staffs. It stacks up very, very quickly, right? And that's the key. You just go to town, and it is a lot of fun. It is fun to one-shot. It is fun to just get this massive leader and literally only play around that. I mean, my game plan is very straightforward. I kill your unit, I kill your unit, I kill your unit, I ramp a little bit, I play KYLO, I kill you. Like that's the whole game plan. Super Laser Blast. Initially, in my first variation of this deck, I didn't have Super Laser Blast in the deck. Total, you know, just brain fart on my part. You saw how important this card is. It's really important with any controlling deck, right? That's just how you remain parity on the board at some points, because you don't deploy your leader until later. So Super Laser Blast, definitely a key card, and obviously the best card in the whole deck in terms of actually allowing us to even play this strategy. Also, I added Dr. Pershing after a couple iterations. This card has been excellent in this deck too, just being able to draw more cards. And as you saw, you're resourcing every single turn because your card availability is actually in your discard pile. So you want to be resourcing every single turn. So you want a bunch of cards because you're going to be resourcing. You're going to be using some of those cards for ramping, like Price on Your Head, Super Laser Detection, and Resupply. And then when you get that 19-20 resources, you drop all your upgrades and you go to town. So fun stuff, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. It's a little bit of a meme. I had fun. Hopefully you did too. And I'll see you all for the next one.